Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Live One Essence. And we're gonna be doing a story time and discussion based on the Teachings of Union by Jeff and Shalia. And the book I'm gonna be using is Twin Flames, Finding Your Ultimate Lover. So if you don't have this book, you should definitely get this book. It is like the Holy Grail for Twin Flames. And yeah, so I'm basically gonna just open a page and I will read it out loud to you guys. Maybe a sentence or two, whatever I feel called to do. And then I will talk about that passage. Okay, so let's go. Let's see what we want to talk about today. Okay, so making a decision is important because it aligns you to your twin flame. You need to decide on anything to move toward it. This is the nature of how you were created, and it is the nature of the universe. Decision is the most important step. Everything else occurs as a result of your firm decision. So ultimately, what it means is that think of like when an idea is brought up, right? Whenever an idea comes into manifestation. So it first starts with an idea or a thought that someone has had. So for example, if you wanted to start a business, right? It's going to first start with the idea and the thought. So this passage is basically saying the same thing. In order for you to basically manifest your twin flame into your reality, it has to start with a decision. And so often I feel that people get caught up in this blame game where, let's say they are, in union with their twin flame or physical union, they tend to, and I myself have caught myself doing this as well, they tend to basically shift blame and project their experience onto the other person. And in a way, it's like a lack of responsibility and accountability for yourself. And also giving your power away, right? So it's basically telling the universe when you're blaming somebody or projecting onto another person, your twin flame, your soulmate, or anybody of that matter, what you're essentially telling the universe is that I have no power, I am powerless, I am a victim, and they did this, and this person did this to me, and my twin flame did this to me. And so it returns back to you in that same energy. So you're really not getting anywhere with that type of energy, projection, blame game, or victim mentality, because that's what you're going to get back, right? However, if you start to shift your perspective, shift your thoughts, become aware of your thoughts, and recognize, okay, I do feel a certain way. I do want to blame this person because it feels good, and it's going to feel good temporarily. But after that temporary, few hours, or let's say a day that you feel good, like projecting onto the other person, you crash again, and it's going to feel bad again because you are a divine being. You create your reality. You are the one who's experiencing all of this in your reality. And that's why you have the power to choose and make a decision based on what it is that you want, right? And so the other thing I wanted to mention was, if you start, number one, start to become aware of your thoughts, right? Okay, and if that thought is to blame somebody, become aware of it and acknowledge it, that, yeah, I do feel like I want to blame them right now. It's okay, right? And then you can, bring love and compassion or forgiveness and replace that thought with love, compassion, and forgiveness. Because when you do that, you're gonna get that back, right? So what you give, you receive. And so when you give somebody the benefit of the doubt, when you put yourself in their shoes, you bring compassion to them, you're going to get that back in return, because the universe will always balance itself out. And it's just kind of like, for example, if I take a ball, like a black ball, and I throw it at somebody, it's going to come back to me. You think the person in front of me is going to throw me a bouquet of flowers? No. If I'm going to throw a black ball at somebody, I'm going to get that same in return, right? So even like we live in a physical world, but you can imagine that your thoughts are like tangible, or the energy that you have is tangible. When you throw your thought or you project your energy onto another person, you're gonna get the same back in return. So how can you come out of this victim mindset and this mentality and these thoughts? It's through the mirror exercise. Okay, so the mirror exercise is taught by Jeff and Shalia, and essentially what you're doing is becoming aware of your thought process, or the feeling that you're having, the blame, the anger, the resentment, and you're bringing love to that space, because love is the healing ingredient. Like, love is the healing balm for all of us, right? And so whenever we feel sick or ill, it's like rooted in fear. It doesn't feel good. There's low energy. There's like a low life force, low vitality. However, when you love yourself or you love another, you have compassion for them, you start to feel good. You start to feel really good. You start to feel like, I have a life force energy. And that's why there's that saying that goes, you find yourself in the service of others. Or it's like, when you lose yourself or you're trying to find yourself, you will always find yourself in the service of others, because at the end of the day, we're humans. And and we've just live in this world where everybody is kind of very like blame shifting, victim mindset, not taking responsibility for themselves. So yeah, that's something to look at, because these are all patterns. And so if you are interested in working with me, you can send me a DM, you can leave a comment, and I would be more than happy to support you in your twin flame journey and help you move through the blocks in your life, in your union, in your life purpose. And I'll be back in a week and we will do another story time again. So thank you so much. I wish you all a wonderful day. And hope to see you guys next week.